Hi there, I'm Melody Tan, and next to me is.
My name is Mark Newton.
So today we're going to cover the Aquathlon Briefing for age group and para triathlon. So today was actually a really great day
It was.
at the cross.
Yes.
So we hope we'll have a fantastic time at Aquathlon as well.
Yes, in Middelfart.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll run through some briefing agenda quickly. Welcome and introductions, followed by competition jury, schedules and timetables. We'll go through some check-in procedures. Mark will introduce you to the course, and we'll run through some post-race procedures and tell you the weather forecast. So we'll have Eric and Start Torres, who is the ITU team leader, Tanos Nikopoulos, who is the ITU technical delegate, along with Stefan Maurice, Duncan Hoff, Melody Tan, myself, and Kale Jensen. Dr. Jan Westhoef is the ITU medical delegate, Ulf Schwers is the ITU head referee for age group and para, Juliet Fahy, ITU head referee for elite under 23 and junior, Matt Strim
That is pretty good, yes.
is the race director.
Perfect.
So for competition jury, we'll have Kale Jensen as the chair, Chris Kitchen, who is the ITU representative, and Morten Fenger is the host national federation. So some schedule and timelines that you need to remember on Wednesday, 11th of July at 11 to 12:30. There's a transfer from Odense to Middelfart for the age group and para. And then from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. there will be a swim course familiarization. 2 to 3, a team manager's briefing. 3 to 4, a video briefing and a Q&A session. 4 to 5:30, there'll be a transfer going back from Middelfart to Odense. So the transportation will be provided by the LOC to and from Odense. For more information, please don't forget to check the athlete guide. So for more schedules and timeline, on Thursday, 12th of July, there will be transfers from Odense to Middelfart, and 1 to 1:45, Para Aquathlon World Championships Transition Zone check-in will open. 1 to 2:15, Age Group Aquathlon Transition check-in will open. 1:55, the Para Aquathlon Athletes Introduction, and we have starts for Para Aquathlon. Green swim caps. 2:30 will be the start for men 16 to men 44, yellow swim caps. And for 2:35, we have the starts for men above 45, and they will use white swim caps. And for 2:40 p.m., we'll have the women 16 to 39 wearing pink swim caps. 2:45, we have the starts for women above 40 wearing blue swim caps.
So more schedule and timelines. This is on Thursday the 12th. We have at 3 p.m. open aquathlon transition check-in. At 3:45 to 4:45 we have the age group and open transition checkout. So you need to be out of transition by that time. At 4:30 the open wave men with gold swim caps is starting. At 4:35 the open wave women wearing red swim caps is starting. 5:15 to 6:30 the medal ceremony for the para and the age groupers.
So this will be held at Middelfart?
This will be held at Middelfart, just at the just beside the finish line.
Okay.
And at 5:50 to 7:30 we have the transfer from Odense to
Middelfart.
From
Middelfart to Odense.
From Middelfart
Sorry
to Odense.
for the mistake on
yes,
the slides.
For all athletes. So if you need access to the site, there is 2 or 3 options to go there. If you are going by train, you can see the green dot, which is the railway station, and which direction you need to go to the venue. The red dot is the car. If you're going by car, you have to park here. There is a good opportunity to park, walk through the parks here and go to the venue. If
the distances are not far for walking or training?
No. The railway station is about 1 kilometer from the venue, and the car park around 700 meters, and the shuttle drop-off point, if you're going by shuttle, is around 400 to 500 meters.
Okay.
So we have the venue for you here. It's quite an easy venue to remember. We have the transition area up in the north of the venue. The back drop-off and recovery area is just after the finish line. The pre-start area is down at the beach, and then we have the medal ceremony just north of the finish line.
Okay, so there are some check-in procedures that as athletes you need to remember. So entering transition on race day, from 1 to 1:45, the para-aquathlon athletes transition zone check-in opens. 1 to 2:15 p.m., the age group aquathlon transition check-in opens. Only registered athletes and their handlers with the wristband may enter. We will conduct a uniform check, and there will be body marking check. So tattoos are already provided in race kits, and these must be on both arms. And so on check-in procedures continuing, we have entering transition on race day. Don't forget to collect your timing chip. So PTWC, you will get 1 for your race wheelchair. PTS1 to 5, 1 on an ankle or a prosthetic. PTVI, 1 on an athlete ankle. Any gear that is not required for the race must be left in the backdrop area. Please look at the bags that are provided. Write your number on your bag, and you're not allowed to mark your transition area. So if any marking is found, this will be removed by technical officials.
Yes. So the check-in procedures for the age group and paras is like this diagram here. The green zones, or the green dots, is the entries, and the red zones is how you get out of it.
So we will show you the movement.
The movement into the transition looks like this when and then you go down to the transition zone, leave in your equipment.
So the paras are actually on the bottom left of
bottom
the screen,
left side. Yes.
And that's in the age group.
Yes.
Okay. So some of the things that the athletes need to remember are what equipment is allowed. So you may use wetsuits up to 5 millimeter in thickness. Vest warmers are not allowed. Gloves are also not permitted. Any part of the body may be covered up except for the face, hands, and feet. So for para-athletes, no prosthesis socks unless the pins are adequately covered. This will be checked by our technical officials. And for PTVI B1 athletes, they must wear blackout goggles for the swim, and these can only be removed at the transition.
Yes.
So for the run, athletes can wear any long sleeve shirt under their uniform. It must be worn for the entire event. Athletes will not be able to remove the shirt at any time during the event. Arm covers can be worn, and these can be removed during the event, but only in transition. Do not remove during the race or hand it to somebody else. This can actually lead to a disqualifications. So age group athletes, a bib number must be worn on the front at all times. For para-athletes, PTVI B1 athletes must wear blackout glasses for the rest of the race.
So for the swim warm-up.
What's the water like in Middelfart? Is it similar to Svenborg?
Well, Middelfart is mostly open water, while the water in Svenborg was mostly harbor. Okay. So this is quite different, actually. The swim warm-up will be for all your heats will be 30 minutes before you start your race. And you must warm up along the golf course behind the pier. This is important. And you must find your way into the pre-start area by paddling south of the finish area. not going the other way around. And you have to report 15 minutes before the race to get into the pre-start area. So the swim course is starting on the beach, like we just saw on the picture. It is one lap of 1,000 meters, and the run consists of one lap of 5 kilometers.
So there's some pre-start procedures that athletes need to follow. Athlete lineup, there are actually 3 waiting areas, pre-start 1, pre-start 2, and then next to the start line. So make sure you know your start time and be on time. Please report 15 minutes before in the pre-start area. There are actually toilets on the pier before entering the start area. Go through a start audit timing map to officially register yourself in the start race results system. Follow the instruction of the officials and swim to the buoys when asked to. So position yourself behind the virtual lines formed by start buoys. So for para-athletes, officials can take your prosthesis, crutches, etc. to the pre-transition. So please make sure you use the stickers that are provided to label it.
Yes. And so here is what the pre-start procedures look like. You enter the pre-start area, go into the different boxes, go out in the water and find your way to the virtual start line between the 2 start buoys. And that is around 100 meters from the beach.
Okay.
So that is a pretty good warm-up in that.
Okay, so for start procedure, there is a water start, so it's in water start. Athletes in position, the start can be given anytime after the head referee announces on your mark. An air horn will blast and the race will start. Athletes starting in a wave earlier than their allocated one will be disqualified. If athletes start later than their allocated wave, unfortunately, their time will be from their original race start time.
Yes.
And if you should hear several horn blasts and kayaks moving in front of you, please make sure you go back to your spot and we will restart the swim. Tell us about the swim course, Mark.
Yes, well, we were out measuring the water on the 11th of July. The water temperature was 18.7 degrees. And if we're going to use wetsuits, it will be announced 1 hour before the start. And the air temperature would be around 20 degrees at the 11th. The swim course, like I told you before, was one lap of 1,000 meters going clockwise. And all buoys is going to be on your right hand side. And if you see a red buoy, it means you have to turn. The distance to the first buoy is around 400 meters. The swim cutoff is per standard ITU competition rules. For the paras and for the age groupers is 1 hour and 10 minutes. It is very important that you take your cap, your goggles, and etc. to the transition, and you have to take it all into the box in your transition. So here is the layout of the swim course, and I can see that we have a swimmer ready.
A swimmer is ready in the virtual start line between 2 buoys.
Yes.
And they will now swim the course.
Going round and having all the red buoys on your right hand side when turning and going into the transition area. So the transition area is, like we mentioned before in the pre-start procedures or in the transition. The paras are in the lower left corner. The age groupers is just in the nearby, and then we have the pre-transition just after.
Just for the para-athletes.
Just for the para-athlete, just after the swim exit.
So this is actually where the para-athletes can find their prosthesis or crutches.
Crutches, wheelchairs for the wheelchair athletes.
And so for all athletes, you should remember to deposit all your used equipment into your numbered box.
Yes. And then you're off on the run.
Okay.
We have one lap, 5 kilometers going clockwise.
Is it flat again?
It is flat. Okay. So we have some really good races or really good times for the races on Thursday. There will be 3 aid stations. There will be water in bags, like you have probably if you have raced before. and then we'll have sport drinks, and we'll have F2C with strawberry and kiwi.
I actually tried the strawberry today, and I have to say it's quite nice.
Well, that's very good, and it's very important, guys, that you see the signs in the bottom, the littering area start and the littering area end. It is very important that you only litter in these zones.
Yeah, because if you should litter outside of these zones, you could get a penalty.
Yes. And after you have finished the race, it is important that we avoid some congestion in the finish area. So go to the recovery area, have some fun with the other athlete, and grab a drink.
Okay.
Water drink, that is.
I think now we're gonna introduce you to the run course.
Yes.
So we'll point out the 3 aid stations. So this is the runner doing the course.
Going out in third aid station.
Yep.
And then going into
we'll
the
show
finish.
you in a short while. So these are the 3 locations of
Yes.
the aid stations, and the coaches area is right here near transition. So it's 1 lap on the run course.
Yes.
So penalties. So how do you know if you need to serve a penalty? The official may do the following: sound a whistle or horn, show you a yellow card, call out your number, advise you of the penalty. So it's a 15 seconds penalty that is served on the spot. So make sure you follow the instructions of the technical officials. If you are shown a red card, this means you have been disqualified. So some of the post-race procedures to remember: when you finish, keep moving through to the mixed zone and recovery area. Get your post-race bag and exit the area. There will be anti-doping procedures, so make sure you carry a photo ID for every athlete who has been selected for testing. And for the medal ceremony, so this will be held at Middelfart Marina from 5:15 to 6:30, and this is for all categories racing the aquathlon. Para-athletes will be awarded for the top 3 finishes for male and female. Age group athletes, the top 3 athletes will be awarded in each age group divisions, male and female. All medalists to be present by 5 p.m. next to the stage. So age group athletes, please dress up as per the ITU competition rules. Athletes must wear the uniform during the entire competition and award ceremony. Long sleeves and long pants are allowed for the award ceremony. Kids are not allowed on the podium. If you cannot attend the medal ceremony, your team manager or one of your teammates may collect your medal at the end of the ceremony.
Yes. And guys, as you can see, the weather forecast is looking really good. At the start of our race, we could have up to around 26 degrees with little to no wind.
Okay, so it's going to be a nice sunny day from the looks of it.
Yes, so remember to hydrate well.
Okay, yes, that's very important. Mark is reminding all of us to hydrate well.
Yes.
So
good luck, guys, and have fun in Middelfart, and